there, everyone. Thank you for downloading and listening to MiniSode 96.5 of the Dependent Independent podcast. I'm your host, Nick G., and this is a 200-episode podcast about making connections, looking back while moving forward. In these minisodes, usually you're just joined by me, but in our full episodes, I'm joined by a co-host or just myself, where we pick a topic and we share stories and experiences, and hopefully we can all learn something to continue to move forward. But in these minisodes, I bring you just a glimpse of me, and I grab a topic just to share something with you and what's been going on with me in the past week or two since I last talked to you. So Halloween is coming up, and Halloween's right around the corner, and I decided with my son Nathan to start diving in. He's 10 years old now, and I decided to start diving into watching scary movies. Now, he sees, I guess, scary movies now when they're on trailers that are on YouTube or they're on TV. They're different. They're not like when we were kids where there was a lot of voiceover telling you what was happening. Now it's a lot of jump scares that they do in the middle of the trailers. They kind of talk you through the entire movie, but there's a lot of movies right now, scary movies, that are all about ghosts and The Nun and The Conjuring and all this crazy stuff where it's real quiet all the time. But back in the day, when I was a kid, and when some of you were kids too, scary movies had a lot to do with build-up, like a lot of music. It was a lot of momentum. And one of the movies that I wanted to dive into, or at least a trailer he saw recently, was the new Halloween sequel. Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers. I guess the trailer tells us Michael Myers finds a way out of this whatever jail cell he's in. I didn't realize he actually made it in there. I'm not too familiar with, other than Halloween, how he actually got into this jail. It's crazy scene where this doctor pulls out his mask. That's probably the worst thing you could do, is make someone who's completely mental relive their craziness. So I guess he gets out, and Jamie Lee Curtis is this like commando-esque type woman that has all these guns and decides to hunt him down. Or hopefully he comes and kills her so she can shoot him or kill him or whatever. And they made a whole movie about it. But Nate started seeing the trailer, and I was like, Nate, you know, that's an actual movie that came out a while back. And I hadn't seen Halloween for a really long time, probably back in, I think I saw the VHS in college. I rented it at the library and watched it there. And it was good. It was scary. I thought the music was awesome. I thought the ambiance was great. I love the fact that they find a way to sneak Mike Myers in all these interesting scenes, whether he's, sorry, I was a bit distracted. I'm actually recording this in the studio for my YouTube subscribers, and a light just fell. Just kind of turned a little bit, and I was scared. And that's what I'm really talking about on this minisode is being scared and having fear. Now, when I was talking to my son about when we were watching Halloween and we were talking through it, we never understood why every time someone gets scared, they don't run and take a beeline out of where they are. They always suddenly freeze in their place. They never turn any lights on, and they always figure out a way to get stuck in a corner, so they're immediately captured by the bad guy and killed. And I don't understand that. And I was trying to make some connections in regards to watching that scary movie and having Halloween. And if you listen to my show, the last few episodes that I've done and some videos I put on YouTube, and thank you, by the way. Actually, if you're new to this show and this is the first time you're listening to this, these minisodes go up on occasion to split my big episodes because we're on our way to episode 100, and I'm moving a little too fast, so I wanted to slow it down and do some minisodes. Or you're watching my YouTube videos on the Dependent Independent podcast page on YouTube. I haven't been myself in the last few weeks. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things I can't really talk about, but I know the people that know me have asked what's been going on, and I appreciate all the support I've been getting since I started doing those kind of weird shows since I got back from my vacation. I wouldn't say they're weird, but it's definitely different. I know I always joke about this. I never really go back and listen to my episodes because this is a 200-episode podcast journey. I'll go back and listen when I'm done. However, I definitely haven't been myself. And the reason why I haven't been myself is because I've been consumed by fear. Just like these people in these scary movies, and my son and I were talking about Halloween, when everything crazy is happening around you and you're completely out of your element, or you're looking at the world differently, things scare you. new things scare you, strange things scare you. And one of the things I just wanted to talk about really quick on this mini-sode is when we are afraid of things or fearful of things, or fear starts to consume us, whether it leads to anxiety at work or anxiety in your personal life, there's a level of paralysis that happens, just like to these people in these scary movies, just like Jamie Lee Curtis, who decides to hide in a closet during a time when Michael Myers is in her house trying to kill her, when all she had to do was open the door and run as fast as she possibly can. Trust me, as fast as she can. But instead, when we're fearful of things, we get hung up on analysis, trying to weigh out our options, overthink things, and suddenly what we do is find ourselves completely in paralysis. And for the past several weeks, I've been in that absolute position in a way that I've never experienced this in my entire life. And I'm finally to a point where I'm feeling more like myself. And the reason why I feel like myself is I just made a very small commitment to myself. I said, anytime I'm fearful, I need to act. I need to do something, and I need to move. So, in essence, unfortunately, these people in these scary movies, if they just simply acted or moved when they were scared, rather than trying to investigate everything, overthink everything, anticipate everything, assume everything, which leads to their demise anyway, they can just act, run, move, do something. And again, I don't mean every time you're scared of something, run, but simply when you find yourself being fearful of something, and you, similar to this light falling down next to me, I didn't run though. I definitely wanted to figure out what it was. I fell into that trap anyway. But when you're in a situation that you're fearful, whether or not you want to try something new, whether you want to venture off and try a little side hustle, helping people produce podcast media and video media and social media on the side, whether or not you are anticipating a conversation with someone that may be uncomfortable, or whether or not you are making a decision in your personal life that might lead to change with your family or your friends, the best thing you can do is anytime you feel that fear taking over, act, do something, move, get up out of your seat, take a walk, go have a conversation with someone, get something to eat. One thing I can definitely say is in the past few weeks, I've been consumed by fear in a sense. I stopped eating. The stress kind of takes over. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's not the way to do it. And again, this whole podcast is about really whatever I can learn and pass on to you so we can learn something together is what my mission is. And definitely, I've been thinking about this for the last few days, and fear and action have to go hand in hand. They can't be all by themselves. So when and if you are in a situation where you're trying to do something different, thinking differently about what you do, and you feel that word fear creep along the back of your neck like a scary movie, you can either sit there and do nothing, or you can do something. Please do that. I will make a commitment to all of you that I'm going to continue to do that. I appreciate all the support I've got the last few weeks, and those of you that have joined me on this show. Again, if this is your first time listening to this show, make sure you subscribe, because these mini-sodes and my full episodes post every Thursday at 9 a.m. every week and every month. I love putting out content for you and connecting with you. Please jump on my Facebook page at the Dependent Independent Podcast page and click on like to be part of the community. And the best part about it is we bring people that join our community on the show, and then you can join our co-host page on Facebook, which is a lot of fun too, because that's like a secret club. And this show is being recorded not only from my studio here in audio form, but please check out this video. Check me out. I tried something new in this video. I decided to take my glasses off. So if any of you have never seen me with my glasses off, I decided to take them off. So check out YouTube and look at me. And you can see that crazy moment where I shuddered a little bit when the light moved in the corner of the studio. Thank you for listening to the Dependent Independent Podcast, this 200-episode podcast. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at dependent_Nick. Find me on social media. Make sure you share this show. Tell everybody about it, because that's what's so great about this. It's becoming a bigger and bigger community. And stay tuned, because episode 100 is right around the corner. I think I'm going to be doing something in my town. I kind of know where I'm going to announce it, but it's going to be really, really short to it. We'll put an announcement on Facebook, and if you're in the area and you're a fan of the show, I would love to have you come down and celebrate this milestone with me, because episode 100 is the hump, and on the way down to episode 200, where I accomplished this amazing task of balancing everything in my life, spinning plates all the time, to still be able to come here and talk to you about what's going on in my life and sharing stories and experiences with you. Thank you for listening. I'm Nick G, and I am out.